Brilliant, brilliant. It's Carl here from Brrraaains A Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for short, and it's time for another trip to our desert island, where our guests or guests will be dropped off to spend the remainder of their years in peace, quiet, and isolation. However, as always, to help stave off boredom, we have enough room in the vault for few items: 3 video games or books, depending upon taste, because not everybody plays games, not everybody reads. 3 horror movies, and of course, 3 records, plus 1 extra item that we don't tell you about beforehand. We do it at the end, and it's literally off the top of your head. My guest today, it's my pleasure to introduce Anton, guitarist in the Swedish extreme metal band Carmenjacker. Now, I am saying that name right, yeah? Carmenjacker.
Yeah, I think so. Karmanjaka, if you want to sound really Swedish.
Yeah. You read something like that and you think, great, I've got to say that with a British accent. That will come across really, really decent. Anton, thanks for taking the time to speak with me. How are you doing today?
Well, I'm doing good. I just got accepted to a bachelor's in music, so
You just got accepted?
Yeah.
Oh,
today,
congratulations,
so,
man.
I'm super happy.
Yeah, congratulations. That's incredible. When does that start?
So in the autumn.
In the autumn. How many years is that?
Yeah, 2 years.
2 years. It's incredible. Honestly, man, congratulations. I hope that all works out for you. The last 12 months then, COVID times that we all live within. How you been coping? How you been handling the last year?
As a band or?
As personally and as a band.
Well, I've been doing like taking courses in music, and I've been studying basically. And the band, we've always been like doing it on a distance, so it hasn't really affected us that much. We'd never gigged anyway, so.
So it's just been as per usual in regards to the band.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything from this period, we try and focus on a sort of positive edge to it, anything positive from the band perspective that you've either learned or you've experienced over this year that you think, yeah, you know what, I could share that?
I don't know. We've just kind of kept on going. Like the positive thing is that you can do it, right? You can make it happen on a distance.
Yeah, the positive thing is that it is still going. You didn't just go, well, we can't do anything anymore, let's stop. And of course, from a personal perspective, the amount of positivity in regards to your courses and what you've already told us. Aces, man, a generally great way to start. So we'll dive into the first nominations then. You have a choice. You can choose 3 games, 3 books, or a mix of both if you have a wide array of taste. That's entirely up to you. Get us started.
All right. So if I had to choose games, does online games count? Like,
of course.
Because I've pretty much only played Dota. But 3 games, I would say Dota maybe. Then I play a game called Slay the Spire.
Okay.
Quite a lot. And maybe like Heroes 3.
Okay. I haven't heard of the second one. What was the second one? Say it again.
So it's like Slay the Spire. Procedural. What do you say? It's like a roguelite.
Procedurally generated.
So you you have a deck and you pick cards for the deck and go through a like randomly generated stage of thing. It's pretty fun.
Do you like that style of game then? Because the third one, Heroes of Might and Magic, yeah?
Yeah.
So do you like that kind of online card trading system game, yeah?
Yeah, I played like some Magic Arena too, so that's I like that.
Okay. And your gaming history, does it go back to childhood? Were you a gamer as you grew up, that sort of stuff?
Yeah, you could say that. We used to do like LAN parties and stuff. Played Warcraft 3.
Oh wow, so yeah, you really got a strong history of doing LAN parties, man.
Yeah.
Days have certainly changed. So were you completely PC?
Yeah, my parents didn't let me have a console, so.
What about now?
To make do. No, not right now. I I don't really game all that much right now. Mostly play music. So when I game, I only game on PC.
Is it a time thing more than anything else? You're working on your music, you've got your personal life, all of that just takes over.
Yeah, and you know, I can't really afford a TV and a console and a PC, so.
No, that's fair. That's fair. You've got to pay a fair bit of money if you want to get the best out there as well. It's not exactly a cheap hobby, is it?
No.
So then, take us back to the start. What prompted the creation of Carmenjacker?
Well, so the other guitarist Knut, he wanted to make a black metal demo. So he contacted Max, the bassist, who does the recording and the engineering and stuff. So so they made the demo, and then they wanted a drummer, so they contacted the drummer, and they wanted someone to play a solo, so I played the solo, and that's like, now we're in a band. And we just kind of rolled like that.
Okay. Was there a specific point or a specific time where you were like, okay, right, we've done a demo, now we are a serious band, so to speak. We're not just jamming.
Yeah, I think when we did the album, kind of, I started making songs too. So that was when we kind of became a band. Okay. Otherwise, it was more like a joke in the beginning, almost like Astrid Lindgren thing. But then with the album, it was more, we became more serious.
Yeah, absolutely. Particularly, as I say, when you're looking around for band members and stuff like that, I guess you were just searching amongst the scene, so to speak, right? And the fact that other members are in other bands and so on. Yeah,
well, basically, Carmenjacker was almost just like our other band, but with like 2 different members. So.
No, that's fair enough. And was there a lot of experimentation in the early days? Were you very focused at the start on how you wanted the band to sound?
Well, we knew we wanted a lot of guitars. That's basically just a lot of, what's it called? Guitar harmonics and, Iron Maiden kind of esque black metal, I guess. That was basically it. Like, and then, black metal elements, I guess. Blast beats and, minor chords and stuff.
So if someone who'd never heard any of music came up to you and said, listen, can you describe your band sound in your eyes? Not a fan's eyes, but your specific ears, should I say? How would you sum up Carmenjacker?
It's like it's like our power metal fantasy, but with growls and blast beats, basically.
Fair.
And some like 70s prog too, for good measure.
I love that. There is so much more to it. But when you get a press release sent out or information that's on the internet, you've got to sum up your music in a very short and concise way. So you often just get labeled as extreme metal band. Yeah. And it's not necessarily fair, is it?
Oh. Yeah, I guess. Well, to me, like, everyone wants to be unique and like, so everyone wants to describe themselves as like a 10-word genre, but like, I don't know, black metal makes too, I think.
It's not, you don't have much of a choice, as you said. It's short attention spans. You've got to get the attention instantly. And if you are predominantly focused on black metal, so you're going to appeal to a black metal audience, that's what you need to point towards.
Yeah.
So since 2016, you've been fairly prolific with the releases. We got the EP, we have 2 albums. Are you guys in a constant state of writing for Carmenjacker, just constantly rolling on?
Yeah, you could say that. I always write for, like, I have to write. So yeah, we've already written the new album. That we're going to record, and I've started to write on the album that's going to come after that album. So yeah, we're I think, and we're how do you say it? I'm not the only one writing, so there's just a lot of songs.
So when this writing process, so you've got your writing, you've got other band members writing. How do you just do you just send them to each other and then kind of decide who's got the best bit of work and how it fits and so on?
So previously, I just made a song. I made like 3 or 4 songs, and that was my songs. And then Knut maybe came with his songs, and that was the album. Now we kind of I made my songs, and then we curated the other songs. So that was the more logical. Like all the songs had more to do with each other.
Well, that's fair. That makes sense as well. And talking about you specifically and what you write and how you write. So you talking about you're not just doing the guitars, you're doing everything from the lyrics to the bass to the drums?
I usually don't write bass. If I think it's really important, I write like a very arranged bass part.
Mm-hmm.
But generally I write out like the rough drum patterns, like if there's going to be blast beats or like skank beat or so and then I just then William just plays something good.
No, that's fair. You get the basic outline, you pass it on to him, and he just does what his skills allow.
And I've written usually we write lyrics for our own songs.
Mm-hmm.
This time I wrote lyrics for my own songs, and then I kind of co-wrote lyrics for Knut's songs.
Okay, well, I've got to ask then, where do you draw your inspiration for lyrics?
Mainly like old mythology. This time, previously we made the songs about the books, the Astrid Lindgren books. Ronja Rövardotter. What's that called? I don't even know what's that called in English, but like old books she wrote. We did lyrics on that. But then we wanted to like, there's not a lot of material, so you gotta move on.
Yeah.
We've done a lot of Norse mythology and some like mixing in some Greek mythology.
Okay.
Those two, they're like Germanic religions, so there are a lot of, same like similar iconography, and there are similarities that you can draw upon, which is cool.
Yeah, and it's rich. There's a lot of stuff to draw from there. But how do you filter that? So you read something or you see something from, say, Greek mythology that wows you. How do you filter that into lyrical content that fits within the heaviness of the music?
I don't know, man. I just write I think sometimes I just have like something that sounds cool, and I just expand upon it.
I love that. I actually love that your answer is you basically don't really know. It's just so natural then, and that's an incredible thing.
Yeah, I guess.
So overall, do you think since 2016, since the EP release, do you think writing and working together has got easier? Do you think you're gelling better now these days?
Yeah, you could say that. Like previously, we haven't really written together. I've written my songs and they've written their songs, and then we have an album. Now we write together, and that's So
is it more fun?
Yeah, it is. I also like to get it my way, so.
I gotta ask then, do you have your fingers in a lot of pies, so to speak? Are you a busy guy beyond the Carmenjacker and your personal life? Do you have other projects that you like to work on, other musical styles and things you like to do?
Yeah, I do. We had a band called Folkmord, which is Genocide, a very mature name. It's kind of on ice now, but I have a crust punk project going on, like in the early stages.
Oh, exciting!
Writing. And then, of course, I study music, so I have that going on.
How far along is your crust punk project? What stage are you at with that?
Well, I've written an album, and we're going to record it in summer. So.
Okay, that's cool. That's exciting. There's something for this year then. Does that interest, that project, come from your wide taste? on a personal level, when you want to listen to music, what do you tend to seek out?
I usually, when I try to find new music, I just put on Discover Weekly on Spotify, and then I pick the songs that I like. So sometimes there's no good songs, and sometimes they're like 2 good songs. It's really different. I really like the dirty kind of like cross-punk, grindcore stuff. Sometimes I like really like epic Winter Sun, Finnish type of metal, and also like I listen to some hip hop and some like indie pop, and like it breaks off pretty well with the extreme metal stuff.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing wrong with having a wide array of taste. It can only help you as a musician to hear the quality that comes from things outside of metal.
Yeah, especially like hip hop. It's like they're so good at writing lyrics. It's almost like you have to listen to hip hop to stay on that level of like lyrical writing, because they're so good at it. It's just like that's what they do. There's like the only thing they do.
Yeah,
Not the only thing, you know.
Do you ever check out the British grime scene?
I've been wanting to check it out, but I don't really know any, like, I don't know where to start.
Where to start? Yeah, I guess start with a big guy, Stormzy, someone like that, and work down from there. But I mean, yeah, you talk about on the modern hip hop, that's kind of got that metal vibe because of the crustiness and so on. I think that's kind of a cool area. All right, dude, your second nomination's then horror movies focused. First things first, do you enjoy horror? Do you watch horror?
No.
No. You must have seen some over the years, though.
I actually don't really know.
Okay.
Maybe. I know I've seen at least one. I don't remember what it's called. But I'm really not into horror, man.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's, to be honest, that is a rare thing, because even if we speak to people who don't watch it regularly, they either saw things when they're growing up and so on, and it's a bold presumption to make, but a lot of people will make it. You're in a black metal, extreme metal band, you must like horror movies.
Our the singer in Carmenjacker is really into like 80s horror movies and stuff.
Okay.
So he's seen them all, but I've seen no.
I'm just trying to think how I can maybe prompt your memory. And the classics, things like Alien, A Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Night of the Living Dead.
I'm pretty sure I've seen Scream.
Okay.
TV ones. I don't remember, like, I think I have small fragments of memory, but I don't know.
You know what we'll do? Considering you're the first time this has happened where we generally can't answer it, we will do one horror movie, which is Scream, and the other two we can add to your record, so you can take more records then, because I imagine you probably got a lot more choice there.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so the Swedish scene, it is beloved all over the world from all the styles, particularly obviously most famous for death metal. Yeah. For you, do you think it's hard for bands to break out of that scene because of its legacy?
I don't know, maybe, but you get a lot of. I imagine you could get a lot of for free also, just because like I'm a Swedish band. Maybe there's some hype there. I imagine that. I just think there's a lot of bands here, like per capita of humans. There's a lot of metal bands.
There does seem to be something in the water in Sweden that prompts all these extreme bands to come out of not even just extreme bands, there's a great array of prog and rock and so on else as well. But a lot of music, there seems to be something you're all drinking.
Yeah.
What about pressure then? Considering there becomes an expectation, as you say, people might check you out based on simply by the fact that you are from Sweden, and they're like, okay, well, Sweden creates great music, let me check out this band. Do you feel any pressure to live up to those expectations?
Nah.
No, that's fair.
Stuff feels like I think we just want to make music, and we make it for ourselves, to make something that makes us happy, and then like if no one else likes it, then that's fine. I guess.
Do you find yourself? Do you pay much attention to feedback online, comments and things like that?
Oh, maybe sometimes. Usually, I'm surprised that some people like some songs and doesn't like other songs. That's- We have our favorites, and other people have their favorites.
No,
I guess.
that's completely understandable. Oh, you can't please everybody all the time. You know that.
Oh.
Absolutely. What about the social media aspect of being in a modern band? You know, the posting regularly on the social medias, whichever platform you use. Is that something you enjoy or something you just don't care about?
I wish I could care about it more because it's very important. But I think we might be a little lazy on that front, probably.
Yeah. Is it all of you working on it together, or is it nominated band members for platforms, that kind of thing?
Right now, I just think we're just like not really doing it a lot. but I guess when there's something important, we agree on who's doing what.
Yes, like future upcoming announcements, which we'll touch on at the end. Right, music then, records. You have five albums or EPs to choose from to take. So basically, what's your favorites and what are you bringing?
So the albums I wrote down were Raincows with Dissection. Mm-hmm. I think that's a really good album.
Incredible.
And then Ashes of the Wake with Lamb of God. I've written down Killers with Iron Maiden.
Oh wow, yeah. Album, I must stop you there. Why Killers? Consider it. Let's
it's
think
the best
about...
album. It's so good. Much better than the old. Every Iron Maiden album has like one dud song that's not like as good as the others, but Killers has only good songs.
Ooh, that's controversial, I reckon, even amongst hardcore Maiden fans. No dud songs on Killers. It's only a great album.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. I love it.
Okay. So, do you have two more off the top of your head that you would think, yeah, I love those?
I have to think. I really like the latest Judas Priest album. That's great.
That's Firepower. Firepower, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really good album.
Absolutely.
Then I can't pick more Iron Maiden albums.
You can pick an Iron Maiden album if you want. I love the fact that you're drawing from the UK.
I'm gonna pick the latest Magua album, Polish. That's just really good.
If you need any more hints of Anton's musical taste, look at that 5 albums from Mogwai to Maiden to Judas Priest. This is wow, incredible. I love that. Great choices. So you mentioned at the start, how goes work on the new album? And can you share with us where you're at? You say you're going in the studio to record in the summer?
Yeah, exactly. So we've written the music. We're like halfway with the lyrics, and so we're in the stage where we just need to record it, basically.
Can fans expect any major surprises here, or would you say it's very much in keeping with what Carmenjacker have done so far?
Yeah. So when we wrote the album, we wrote the EP. The plan was to write 3 EPs, so we wrote those 3 EPs at the same time. So the first EP we just released, it's actually like connected to the other 8 songs. So like the album is just a continuation of the EP, so it's pretty uniform, I think.
Okay, that sticks to it. Does it have a title yet, or is that something you want to keep quiet for now?
We haven't talked about it, so I should keep quiet.
No, that's completely fair. You mentioned that you guys have never played live before. Is that something you want to do further down the line when the opportunity arises?
We actually did 1 gig. We've done 1 gig, but yeah, we've talked about it. We want to do more gigs. The plan was to do some gigs like this year and last year, I guess, but that didn't happen.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, when you finally planned to do it and you didn't have a choice in the matter.
Yeah.
hopefully the world beginning to open up bit by bit as this year goes on. I wouldn't want to put words in your mouth, but maybe the end of 2020 or with 2021, sorry, God, years, or into 2022, I guess, right?
Yeah, well, who knows? Who knows?
Watch this space.
As soon as possible, I guess.
Exciting stuff, exciting stuff. So then talking about the next 12 months, we looked at the last 12 months at the start and we're at the end now. So let's look at the next 12 months, should I say. What's a realistic goal that you would like to achieve with Carmenjacker?
I don't know. If we have the album out by then, that's good, I think. Then it's so hard to plan with this pandemic, you know. We don't know.
I hate that, you know. I hate the fact that when we do talk to whatever bands, and we're talking to you guys in Sweden, and we're talking to someone in America late last night, and it's the same sort of rough answers where it's kind of like, yeah, we want to do this, we'd like to do that, but we just can't, and we don't know when.
Exactly. It would be great to like do like a live stream gig or something. I think we no promises, but I think we're trying to get that to happen, I guess. So that would be cool.
Absolutely, absolutely. Have you this live streaming period? Have you watched any? You've enjoyed any?
Yeah, I usually watch some gigs from my old school.
Yeah.
Fun.
Okay, that's kind of cool. Right, last thing then, Anton. It's the one we don't tell you about at the start, and it's a specific item that you think you can't live without. It can be a luxury item. The only thing it can't be is it can't be a person or a pet.
All right, yeah.
So anything you want.
I think I would bring an acoustic guitar, definitely.
An acoustic guitar, I love that. A lot of musicians feel pressure when they ask that question to always say their instrument because obviously they're a musician.
No, I would bring a bass. That's the correct move. I would bring a bass. Bass is the best instrument.
Okay, why? Why did you say the bass is the best instrument?
It's just it's so good. It's just the keep the groove, stay in lane. Bass is just like you don't have to play a lot of solos. That's good.
But when you do, if you want to go back to say something like Metallica's Kill 'Em All and you want to hear a bass solo done brilliantly, you can, it does exist.
Yeah, sure.
That's it. Anton, we're leaving you on this island and we're off. Thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah, thanks. That was fun.
Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Tumblr. Go to Patreon to help us out over there. That's patreon.com/gbhbl, as well as Big Cartel, where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you like this video, do us a favour, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?